From iconic performances to shocking scandals, this exploration dives deep into the darker aspects of Hollywood. The actors on this list have not only played villains on screen, but have also been embroiled in real-life controversies that have left audiences stunned. Their careers are marked by scandalous feuds, jaw-dropping incidents, and a reputation that often overshadows their artistic contributions. Some have faced legal troubles, while others have been involved in public disputes that have made headlines. The charm of Hollywood is undeniable, yet these actors remind us that behind the glitz and glamour lies a more sinister side. As we journey through the stories of these 70 actors, we will uncover the layers of their complex personalities and the events that have defined their legacies. Prepare for a captivating ride through the shadows of Tinseltown, where the line between hero and villain often blurs. Despite his immense success on television, Milton Berle was not without his share of controversy. Known as Mr. Television, he was a pioneer in the medium, captivating audiences with his comedic talent. However, his larger-than-life persona often led to criticism regarding his ego. Many who worked with him described him as difficult, citing his need for constant attention and admiration. This behavior extended into his personal life, which was marked by tumult and drama. Berle's relationships were often rocky, and his public image was sometimes overshadowed by his contentious behavior. A notable incident occurred at the MTV Video Music Awards, where he was involved in a public altercation that drew significant media attention. This moment highlighted the more volatile aspects of his character, contrasting sharply with the beloved entertainer many knew from his television shows. Berle's legacy is a complex one, blending his undeniable talent with the darker elements of his personality. Charles Bronson is known for his tough guy roles in films, where he often played characters that embodied strength and resilience. However, off-screen, his life was marked by personal struggles that painted a different picture. He faced significant challenges with substance abuse, which affected his relationships and overall well-being. Despite his tough exterior in movies, Bronson dealt with the complexities of life that many people can relate to. His difficult relationships, particularly with family and friends, added layers to his character that were not visible in his on-screen persona. This contrast between his public image and private life reveals a man who, like many, battled inner demons while trying to maintain a strong facade. The tough characters he portrayed often mirrored the struggles he faced, making his performances resonate with audiences on a deeper level. This duality in his life showcases the complexity of human experience, where strength and vulnerability coexist. Often regarded as a saintly figure in Hollywood, Spencer Tracy's off-screen life tells a different story. Behind the camera, he struggled with heavy drinking, which often led to unpredictable behavior. His temper tantrums were notorious, creating a reputation that contrasted sharply with his on-screen persona. While he was celebrated for his incredible talent and memorable performances, his personal life was marked by turmoil. Friends and colleagues sometimes found it challenging to work with him due to his volatile nature. This darker side of Tracy's life cast a shadow over his legacy, revealing that even the most revered actors can have flaws. His battles with alcohol and his explosive temperament often made headlines, leading to a complex image that many fans were unaware of. Despite his remarkable contributions to film, these off-screen antics remind us that the lives of actors can be as dramatic as the roles they portray. The duality of his character adds depth to the understanding of Hollywood's history and the pressures faced by its stars. Sean Penn's off-screen behavior has often overshadowed his impressive acting talent, making him one of Hollywood's more controversial figures. Known for his intense performances, Penn has also been involved in several violent incidents and public outbursts that have raised eyebrows. His temper has led to confrontations with the media and even physical altercations. For instance, he has been reported to have had run-ins with paparazzi, where his aggressive reactions have made headlines. These incidents paint a picture of a man who, despite his artistic achievements, struggles with anger and impulsivity. Moreover, his outspoken political views and willingness to engage in heated debates have further fueled his controversial image. While many admire his passion for social issues, others see it as a reflection of his volatile nature. This duality in his character creates a complex narrative around him, where his talent as an actor is often eclipsed by his unpredictable behavior. As a result, Sean Penn remains a figure of fascination and debate in Hollywood, embodying the fine line between genius and chaos. Val Kilmer's career has been marked by a mix of remarkable talent and a reputation for being difficult to work with. Many directors, including Joel Schumacher and John Frankenheimer, have spoken about their challenging experiences with him on set. This reputation has often overshadowed his impressive acting skills. Kilmer is known for his roles in iconic films like Top Gun, where he played Iceman, and The Doors, where he portrayed Jim Morrison. Despite his talent, the stories of his on-set behavior have led to a tarnished legacy. Reports of clashes with directors and co-stars have created a narrative that sometimes overshadows his contributions to cinema. While he has delivered memorable performances, the difficulties he presented during productions have left a lasting impression on Hollywood. This complex mix of talent and trouble has made Val Kilmer a controversial figure in the industry, raising questions about how personal behavior can impact an actor's legacy. Marlon Brando's legendary talent was matched by a notorious off-screen temperament, which often led to confrontations and acts of defiance. His performances in films like A Streetcar Named Desire and The Godfather showcased his incredible ability to embody complex characters, earning him critical acclaim and a lasting legacy in Hollywood. However, his behavior off the set was equally striking. Brando was known for his strong opinions and willingness to challenge authority, which sometimes resulted in clashes with directors and producers. His refusal to conform to the expectations of the industry made him a controversial figure. He often spoke out against social injustices, using his platform to advocate for Native American rights and other causes. This blend of immense talent and rebellious spirit added layers to his iconic status, making him a figure of fascination and debate. Brando's life and career remain a testament to the complexities of fame and the duality of human nature. Despite his impressive performances in films, Josh Brolin's off-screen troubles have often overshadowed his on-screen heroics. He has faced various legal issues throughout his life, which have contributed to a complex public image. These troubles include incidents that have led to arrests and legal disputes, painting a picture of a man who has struggled with personal challenges. His demeanor can also be described as challenging, which has sometimes alienated him from fans and colleagues alike. This contrast between his heroic roles in movies and his real-life controversies adds a layer of intrigue to his persona. While he has portrayed iconic characters that embody strength and resilience, the darker aspects of his life remind audiences that even the most talented actors can have their own battles. This duality makes Brolin a fascinating figure in Hollywood, as he navigates the fine line between being a celebrated actor and a controversial personality. Robert Duvall's exceptional talent is sometimes overshadowed by reports of difficult behavior on set and outspokenness, adding a layer of controversy to his legacy. Known for his powerful performances in films like The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, Duvall has earned critical acclaim and numerous awards throughout his career. However, his strong personality and willingness to speak his mind have led to tensions with directors and co-stars. Some describe him as a perfectionist, which can create a challenging work environment. His candid remarks and interviews often stir debate, making him a polarizing figure in Hollywood. While many admire his dedication to his craft, others find his behavior off-putting. This complexity makes Duvall a fascinating subject in discussions about the most influential actors in film history. His ability to portray deeply flawed characters resonates with audiences, yet the controversies surrounding him cannot be ignored. The duality of his talent and temperament continues to shape how he is viewed in the industry. Kevin Costner is known for his celebrated roles in films like Dances with Wolves, The Bodyguard, and Field of Dreams. His performances have earned him numerous awards and a loyal fan base. However, behind the scenes, there are critiques of his personality that paint a different picture. Some colleagues have described him as egotistical, suggesting that he often puts his own needs above those of the cast and crew. This behavior has led to difficult interactions on set, where tensions can rise due to his strong opinions and desire for control over projects. While many admire his talent and dedication to his craft, these reports of contentious relationships reveal a more complex side to his career. The contrast between his on-screen charm and off-screen challenges raises questions about the nature of fame and the pressures that come with it. As audiences continue to enjoy his films, the stories of his difficult interactions linger, reminding us that even the most beloved actors can have a darker side. John Wayne's image of toughness was not just a part of his on-screen persona. It extended deeply into his personal life, making him a controversial figure in Hollywood. Known for his rugged roles in westerns and war films, Wayne embodied the archetype of the strong, silent hero. However, This tough exterior often translated into a demeanor that some found abrasive and unyielding. His interactions with others, including fellow actors and filmmakers, sometimes reflected a sense of superiority and a lack of patience for those he deemed less capable. Wayne's views on various social issues also sparked debate. He was known for his strong opinions, which often aligned with conservative values, and he did not shy away from expressing them publicly. This led to a divided perception of him among fans and critics alike. While many admired his contributions to cinema and his embodiment of American ideals, others criticized him for his controversial statements and actions. Despite his undeniable impact on the film industry, Wayne's legacy is complex. His toughness, while celebrated in many circles, also contributed to a reputation that some would label as problematic. This duality makes him a fascinating subject in discussions about the most evil actors in Hollywood history, as his contributions to film are often overshadowed by the controversies surrounding his character and beliefs. Kevin Spacey's fall from celebrated actor to facing serious allegations of sexual misconduct and assault has deeply tarnished his legacy, reflecting a disturbing side of Hollywood. Once regarded as one of the most talented actors of his generation, Spacey enjoyed a successful career with numerous awards, including 2 Academy Awards. His performances in films like American Beauty and The Usual Suspects showcased his remarkable range and ability to captivate audiences. However, the tide turned dramatically when multiple individuals came forward with accusations against him, detailing incidents of inappropriate behavior and assault. These allegations not only led to a swift backlash from the public, but also resulted in significant professional consequences. Spacey was removed from the cast of the popular series House of Cards, and his scenes in the film All the Money in the World were reshot with another actor. The fallout from these accusations has raised questions about accountability in the entertainment industry and the culture that allows such behavior to persist. As the legal battles continue, Spacey's once bright star now serves as a cautionary tale about the darker aspects of fame and power in Hollywood. Wallace Beery's Hollywood charm was undeniable, captivating audiences with his larger-than-life performances. However, this charm was often overshadowed by his tumultuous off-screen life. Beery's personal life was filled with scandals that painted a complicated picture of the man behind the roles. He had a reputation for being difficult to work with, often clashing with directors and co-stars. His relationships were marked by controversy, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, and a series of affairs that drew public scrutiny. These issues not only affected his career, but also shaped how he was viewed by the public and his peers. Despite his talent and success, including winning an Academy Award, the darker aspects of his life complicated his legacy. Many remember him not just for his iconic roles, but also for the chaos that surrounded him. This duality makes Wallace Beery a fascinating figure in Hollywood history, illustrating how personal troubles can overshadow professional achievements. Steven Seagal has become a controversial figure in Hollywood, known not just for his action-packed films, but also for his difficult behavior on set. Many actors and crew members have reported that working with him can be a challenging experience. His reputation for being demanding and hard to work with has led to a number of conflicts during film productions. This difficult behavior has overshadowed his once celebrated status as an action hero. In addition to his on-set behavior, Seagal has faced serious allegations of sexual harassment. Several women have come forward with claims against him, which have further damaged his public image. These allegations have created a significant divide among fans and industry professionals, with many questioning his character and integrity. The combination of his difficult demeanor and the serious nature of the harassment claims has led to a tarnished reputation that is hard to overlook. As a result, the once popular action star now finds himself in a position where his past achievements are often overshadowed by these negative aspects of his personality and behavior. The legacy he built through films like Above the Law and Under Siege is now complicated by the controversies that surround him. James Cagney's assertive personality and unfiltered boldness made him a straight-shooting force in Hollywood, leaving an indelible mark on both the screen and off-screen conversations. Known for his tough guy roles, Cagney brought a unique energy to his performances that captivated audiences. His portrayal of gangsters and anti-heroes in films like The Public Enemy and White Heat showcased his ability to blend charm with menace, making him a memorable figure in the crime genre. Cagney's fierce independence and refusal to conform to Hollywood norms often put him at odds with studio executives. Yet this only added to his reputation as a rebel. His quick wit and sharp tongue made him a favorite among peers, and he was never afraid to speak his mind, whether in interviews or during film productions. This boldness extended beyond his roles, as he often advocated for actors' rights and fair treatment in the industry. Cagney's legacy is not just in the characters he played, but in the way he challenged the status quo, making him a true icon of American cinema. Tommy Lee Jones is known for his grumpy demeanor and often harsh interactions with co-stars and journalists. His tough exterior has made him a memorable figure in Hollywood, but it has also led to some controversial moments. For instance, there is a well-documented incident where he made a reporter cry during an interview. This moment highlights how his blunt and sometimes abrasive personality can catch people off guard. Many have noted that while he is a talented actor, his approach to interviews and on-set interactions can be quite intimidating. Jones has a reputation for being serious and focused, which some may interpret as unapproachable. His roles often reflect a similar intensity, portraying characters that are complex and sometimes morally ambiguous. This has contributed to his image as one of the more evil actors in Hollywood history. Despite this, his performances have earned him critical acclaim and numerous awards, showcasing his undeniable talent. His unique personality continues to spark discussions about the line between an actor's on-screen presence and their off-screen behavior. Known for his unique brand of humor, W.C. Fields carved out a distinct place in Hollywood history. His comedic style was marked by a blend of wit and sarcasm, often reflecting his off-screen crankiness. Fields had a well-documented disdain for authority, which made him a fascinating figure in an industry often filled with polished personas. He was unapologetically himself, showcasing a raw and unfiltered authenticity that resonated with audiences. This authenticity was rare in Hollywood, where many actors felt pressured to conform to certain standards. Fields' characters often mirrored his real-life persona, embodying a grumpy yet lovable misanthrope who challenged societal norms. His legacy is one of honesty and humor, leaving behind a body of work that continues to influence comedians and actors today. Fields' ability to blend his personal quirks with his performances created a lasting impact, making him a memorable figure in the realm of comedy. His life and career serve as a reminder of the power of being true to oneself in a world that often values facade over authenticity. Johnny Depp's reputation for violence and controversies has significantly complicated his public image. Known for his remarkable acting skills and iconic roles, Depp's personal life has often overshadowed his professional achievements. Reports of destruction of property and alleged physical altercations have surfaced over the years, painting a troubling picture of the actor. Incidents involving damaged hotel rooms and accusations of aggressive behavior have led to a perception of him as a volatile figure. These controversies have not only affected his relationships within the industry, but have also influenced how audiences view his work. Despite his talent and the acclaim he has received for films like Pirates of the Caribbean and Edward Scissorhands, the shadow of his personal issues looms large. The dichotomy between his celebrated career and his tumultuous personal life raises questions about the impact of such controversies on an actor's legacy. As fans and critics alike grapple with this complex narrative, Depp's story serves as a reminder of how personal actions can shape public perception, often in ways that are difficult to reconcile with artistic achievements. Mel Gibson's career faced a steep decline following a series of controversies that left a lasting impact on his public image. Once celebrated for his roles in iconic films and his work as a director, Gibson became embroiled in scandals that overshadowed his achievements. His anti-Semitic remarks during a DUI arrest in 2006 shocked many and sparked widespread outrage. This incident not only damaged his reputation, but also led to a significant backlash from the industry and the public. In addition to these remarks, allegations of misogyny further painted a troubling picture of the actor. Reports of abusive behavior and derogatory comments towards women emerged, contributing to a narrative that many found hard to reconcile with the charismatic figure they once admired. As a result, Gibson's career took a rapid fall from grace, with fewer roles and opportunities in Hollywood. Despite attempts at redemption and a few successful projects later in his career, the shadow of his past controversies continues to linger, making him a complex figure in the history of Hollywood. Kirk Douglas was a unique figure in Hollywood, known for his charm and fierce determination. His strong personality often came with a temper that added a wild and unpredictable edge to his image. This combination made him stand out among his peers. He was not just another actor, he was a force of nature. His performances were intense, and he brought a raw energy to the screen that captivated audiences. Douglas had a way of drawing viewers in, making them feel the emotions of his characters deeply. His roles often showcased a complex mix of strength and vulnerability, which resonated with many. He was known for taking on challenging roles that pushed the boundaries of traditional storytelling. This willingness to embrace difficult characters contributed to his reputation as one of the most compelling actors of his time. His career spanned decades, and he left a lasting impact on the film industry. Douglas's ability to combine charm with a fierce edge made him a memorable figure in Hollywood history. His legacy continues to influence actors today as they strive to capture the same intensity and complexity that he brought to his work. Bruce Willis is known for his tough guy roles in action films, where he often plays the hero who saves the day. However, behind the scenes, his reputation tells a different story. Reports of his off-screen grumpiness have circulated for years, painting a picture of a man who can be difficult to work with. Director Kevin Smith has openly discussed his experiences with Willis, highlighting the challenges he faced while collaborating with the actor. Smith's comments suggest that Willis's demeanor can create tension on set, contrasting sharply with the charismatic and fearless characters he portrays on screen. This duality raises questions about the nature of celebrity and the pressures of Hollywood. While audiences cheer for Willis as he battles villains and overcomes impossible odds, those who work closely with him may experience a different side of his personality. This complexity adds depth to his legacy, making him a fascinating figure in the entertainment industry. Charlie Chaplin's legacy is a fascinating mix of brilliance and controversy. Known for his iconic character, the Tramp, Chaplin brought joy to millions with his silent films, showcasing his unmatched comedic talent. However, his life was not without its shadows. He faced significant scrutiny for his relationships with much younger women, which sparked debates about morality and ethics in Hollywood. These relationships often overshadowed his artistic achievements, leading some to question his character. Additionally, Chaplin's political views added another layer of complexity to his image. He was accused of being a communist sympathizer during a time when such affiliations were highly controversial. This political stance led to his exile from the United States in the 1950s, further complicating how he is remembered. While many celebrate his contributions to film and comedy, these controversies remind us that even the most beloved figures can have complicated legacies. Cary Grant is often remembered for his charming roles in classic films, where he portrayed the suave and sophisticated leading man. However, behind this polished exterior lay a man grappling with significant personal challenges. His off-screen life was marked by struggles with substance abuse, which complicated his ability to maintain the image he crafted so carefully in Hollywood. This battle with addiction often went unnoticed by the public, as he skillfully hid his struggles behind a facade of charm and wit. Additionally, his tumultuous personal relationships, particularly with his first wife, added to the complexity of his character. Their marriage was fraught with difficulties, and the emotional toll it took on him was profound. Despite his on-screen charisma, Cary Grant faced moments of deep vulnerability and pain. These aspects of his life reveal a stark contrast to the confident persona he displayed in films. The dichotomy between his public image and private struggles paints a more nuanced picture of the man behind the legend, showing that even the most glamorous stars can face dark times. Peter Sellers was a remarkable actor known for his incredible comedic talent. He brought laughter to audiences with his unique characters and brilliant performances. However, behind the scenes, his life was filled with struggles. Sellers faced many challenges in his personal life, which often contrasted sharply with the joy he created on screen. His relationships were tumultuous, marked by multiple marriages and a series of difficult friendships. This complexity made him a fascinating figure in Hollywood. Sellers had a reputation for being difficult to work with, which stemmed from his intense personality and high expectations. He was known to be a perfectionist, often pushing himself and those around him to their limits. This drive for excellence sometimes led to conflicts on set, making it hard for others to connect with him. Despite his comedic genius, he battled with feelings of insecurity and loneliness, which added layers to his character both on and off the screen. The laughter he provided often masked a deeper sadness, revealing the complexities of his life. His ability to make people laugh was a gift, but it also highlighted the struggles he faced in his personal relationships. Sellers' legacy is one of both joy and pain, showcasing the duality of a man who could bring smiles to millions while grappling with his own demons. Chevy Chase, known for his sharp wit and comedic talent, has also been the subject of controversy due to his behavior towards co-stars. His time on Saturday Night Live, where he became a household name, was marked by a reputation for being difficult to work with. Many former cast members have spoken out about their experiences, describing a sense of arrogance and a lack of respect for others. This behavior did not improve in later projects, such as the television show Community. On the set of Community, Chase's interactions with fellow cast members were often tense. Reports indicated that he clashed with both the writers and his co-stars, creating a challenging work environment. His tendency to make off-color remarks and his dismissive attitude towards others contributed to a perception of him as someone who could overshadow the collaborative spirit of comedy. While his comedic contributions are undeniable, these aspects of his personality have led to a more complex legacy in Hollywood, revealing a side that contrasts sharply with his on-screen persona. Warren Beatty is known for his charm and charisma, which have made him a prominent figure in Hollywood. His reputation as a ladies' man has often overshadowed his work as an actor and director. Many stories circulate about his romantic relationships with famous actresses, which have contributed to his image as a heartthrob. However, this focus on his personal life sometimes distracts from his significant contributions to cinema. As a director, Beatty is known for his demanding style. He has a vision for his films that can be intense and exacting, leading to tension on set. This approach has sparked controversy, with some actors and crew members feeling challenged by his high expectations. Despite this, his films often achieve critical acclaim and box office success, showcasing his talent and dedication to the craft. While his personal life garners much attention, it is essential to recognize that Warren Beatty's impact on the film industry is profound. His ability to blend commercial success with artistic integrity has left a lasting mark on Hollywood. Known for his gruff exterior, Ernest Borgnine carved out a unique space in Hollywood. His tough demeanor often led co-stars to perceive him as challenging to work with. Borgnine was unapologetic about his personality, which set him apart from many of his peers. He had a distinctive presence on screen, often portraying characters that were rough around the edges but deeply human. This complexity made him a memorable figure in film and television. Despite his tough image, Borgnine had a long and successful career, winning an Academy Award for his role in Marty. His performances were marked by a raw authenticity that resonated with audiences. However, behind the scenes, his straightforward nature sometimes clashed with the more delicate sensibilities of Hollywood. He was known for speaking his mind, which could create tension on set. This honesty, while admirable, contributed to the perception that he was difficult to work with. Borgnine's legacy is one of a talented actor who was unafraid to be himself, even if it meant being seen as a bit of a rebel in the industry. His unapologetic demeanor and gruff exterior made him a standout figure, leaving a lasting impression on those who watched his work. Dustin Hoffman's reputation for being difficult on set is well known in Hollywood. Many actors and crew members have shared stories about his intense methods and high expectations. This behavior has led to a perception of him as a challenging collaborator. Alongside this, allegations of sexual misconduct have surfaced, adding another layer to his complex legacy. These claims have sparked discussions about the culture in the film industry and how power dynamics can lead to troubling situations. While Hoffman has delivered remarkable performances in films like The Graduate, Rain Man, and Tootsie, his off-screen behavior has overshadowed some of his cinematic achievements. The contrast between his talent and the controversies surrounding him raises questions about how we view artists and their work. As audiences, we often grapple with the idea of separating the art from the artist, especially when the artist's actions are called into question. Hoffman's story serves as a reminder of the complexities within the entertainment world. James Dean embodied a spirit of defiance both on and off-screen, igniting the Hollywood status quo and leaving a lasting impact on the industry. He became a symbol of youthful rebellion in the 1950s, capturing the hearts of audiences with his intense performances and brooding persona. His roles in films like Rebel Without a Cause, East of Eden, and Giant showcased his ability to portray complex characters struggling against societal norms. Dean's unique style and emotional depth resonated with a generation that felt misunderstood and restless. His life was marked by a fierce independence that often clashed with the expectations of Hollywood. He was known for his unconventional approach to acting, often improvising and bringing a raw authenticity to his roles. This defiance extended beyond his performances. He was a motorcycle enthusiast and a risk-taker, living life on the edge. Tragically, his life was cut short in a car accident at the young age of 24, but his legacy endures. James Dean's influence can still be felt today, as he continues to inspire actors and filmmakers who seek to challenge the norms of the industry. His spirit of rebellion and authenticity remains a powerful reminder of the impact one individual can have on the world of cinema. Tom Cruise's off-screen behavior has sparked much debate and controversy, creating a public image that stands in stark contrast to his remarkable success in Hollywood. Known for his intense dedication to his craft, Cruise has also been a figure of scrutiny due to his strict rules in personal relationships. Many have noted that he maintains a level of control over his interactions, which some view as a reflection of his desire for order in his life. This behavior has led to speculation about his personal life and how it affects his relationships with co-stars and friends. Additionally, Cruise's vocal support for Scientology has further complicated his public persona. As a prominent member of the Church of Scientology, he has been an outspoken advocate for its beliefs and practices. This has drawn both admiration and criticism, with some praising his commitment, while others question the organization's controversial reputation. His association with Scientology has led to significant media attention, often overshadowing his achievements as an actor. The combination of his strict personal rules and his unwavering support for Scientology has created a complex image of Tom Cruise, one that continues to intrigue and divide audiences around the world. Despite his reputation as a beloved comedic actor, Ben Stiller's off-screen behavior has raised eyebrows among colleagues and crew members. Reports of his alleged jerkinesses paint a picture of a man who can be demanding and difficult to work with. Some have described instances where Stiller made unreasonable requests on set, which contrasts sharply with the lighthearted characters he often portrays in films. This duality reveals a more complex personality that may not align with the jovial image he projects on screen. While Stiller has delivered memorable performances in comedies like Zoolander and Meet the Parents, the stories of his on-set behavior suggest that he may not always embody the charm and humor that audiences love. The tension between his comedic roles and his off-screen demeanor raises questions about the pressures of Hollywood and the expectations placed on actors. As a producer and director, Stiller's vision for his projects may lead him to push boundaries, but this can sometimes result in friction with those around him. The contrast between his on-screen persona and off-screen actions adds layers to his character, making him a fascinating figure in Hollywood. The complexities of his personality remind us that even the most talented actors can have moments that challenge their public image. Bruce Lee's assertive off-screen personality often sparked discussions and debates among fans and critics alike. Known for his incredible martial arts skills and groundbreaking films, he also faced reported conflicts within the martial arts community. His approach to martial arts was revolutionary, blending different styles and philosophies, which sometimes led to tensions with traditionalists who felt threatened by his innovative methods. These conflicts were not just professional, they also reflected deeper cultural and personal issues, as Lee sought to redefine what martial arts could be in a modern context. Additionally, personal controversies surrounded his life, including his views on race and identity. As a Chinese American in Hollywood, he faced discrimination and often felt the need to fight against stereotypes. His assertiveness in addressing these issues sometimes alienated him from certain groups, but it also earned him a loyal following who admired his courage. These layers of complexity contribute to Bruce Lee's legacy, making him not just a martial arts icon, but also a figure of cultural significance. His life and career continue to inspire discussions about identity, conflict, and the evolution of martial arts in popular culture. Burt Lancaster's reputation in Hollywood is marked by a tempestuous nature that often led to challenging situations on set. Known for his intense performances, he was not just a talented actor, but also a complex figure whose behavior could sometimes overshadow his work. His fiery personality sometimes resulted in physical confrontations with co-stars and crew members, which contributed to his legendary status. This volatility made him a figure of both admiration and fear in the industry. Lancaster's commitment to his roles was evident, but it also meant he had high expectations for those around him. This drive for excellence sometimes manifested in clashes as he pushed for authenticity and intensity in his performances. His ability to portray morally ambiguous characters added to the perception of him as an evil actor, as he often embraced roles that explored darker themes. Despite the challenges he posed on set, Lancaster's talent and charisma made him a beloved figure in cinema. His legacy is a mix of brilliance and complexity, reflecting the duality of his character both on and off the screen. The stories of his confrontations and passionate nature continue to be part of the conversation about his impact on Hollywood. Controversial remarks made by Jeremy Irons have stirred significant debate about his character. Known for his impressive acting skills and a polished public image, Irons has faced scrutiny over statements that many have found troubling. These comments have led to discussions about the nature of his views and how they align with the expectations of a public figure. Additionally, allegations of domestic abuse have surfaced, further complicating the perception of the actor. These claims challenge the narrative of Irons as a refined and sophisticated individual, raising questions about the darker aspects of his personal life. Fans and critics alike have been forced to reconsider their admiration for him, as the contrast between his on-screen roles and off-screen behavior becomes more pronounced. The combination of his controversial statements and serious allegations has sparked a broader conversation about accountability in Hollywood, making it difficult to separate the artist from the man. This ongoing discourse continues to evolve as more information comes to light. Early in his career, Martin Sheen faced significant challenges related to substance abuse. These struggles cast a long shadow over his life and work, influencing how many people perceive him. Despite his immense talent and the celebrated roles he has played, including his iconic performance in Apocalypse Now, the issues he faced with addiction often come to mind when discussing his legacy. Sheen's battles with alcohol and drugs were not just personal struggles, they affected his professional life as well. He experienced difficulties on set and had to confront the consequences of his actions, which sometimes led to missed opportunities and strained relationships in the industry. However, Martin Sheen managed to overcome these challenges, demonstrating resilience and strength. His journey to recovery has become a part of his story, showing that even those who achieve great success can face serious obstacles. This aspect of his life adds depth to his performances, as he often draws from his own experiences to portray complex characters. While his early troubles may influence perceptions, they also highlight his remarkable ability to rise above adversity and continue to contribute to the world of acting. Mickey Rooney's off-screen behavior often stood in stark contrast to the wholesome image he portrayed in films. Known for his energetic performances and charming personality, Rooney's real life was marked by abrasiveness and personal controversies that revealed a more contentious side. Throughout his career, he faced numerous challenges, including tumultuous relationships and legal issues that painted a different picture than the beloved characters he played. His marriages, for instance, were often fraught with drama, leading to public scrutiny and speculation. Additionally, Rooney's outspoken nature sometimes led to conflicts with colleagues and industry figures, further complicating his public persona. Despite his immense talent and contributions to cinema, these personal struggles and abrasive interactions overshadowed his achievements at times. This duality in his character makes him a fascinating figure in Hollywood history, illustrating how the pressures of fame can lead to a complex and often troubled life. Known for his sharp humor, Groucho Marx became a legendary figure in Hollywood. His quick wit and clever remarks often turned his co-stars into the unsuspecting targets of his playful jabs. This unique style of comedy not only entertained audiences, but also created a dynamic atmosphere on set. Groucho's ability to deliver unfiltered banter made him a standout performer, leaving a lasting impression on the film industry. His comedic genius was characterized by a blend of sarcasm and charm, which allowed him to navigate the fine line between humor and insulting. Lieutenant, many of his co-stars found themselves laughing along, even as they became the subjects of his jokes. This playful teasing contributed to a legacy of laughter that continues to resonate today. Groucho's influence on comedy is undeniable, as he paved the way for future generations of comedians who admired his fearless approach to humor. His work remains a testament to the power of wit and the joy it can bring to both performers and audiences alike. Gene Hackman's acclaimed acting career is marked by a series of powerful performances that have left a lasting impact on Hollywood. He is known for his roles in films like The French Connection, where he played the tough detective Jimmy Popeye Doyle, and Unforgiven, showcasing his range as an actor. Hackman's ability to portray complex characters has earned him 2 Academy Awards, and a reputation as one of the finest actors of his generation. However, his off-screen persona complicates this legacy. Many describe him as brusque and challenging, often clashing with directors and co-stars. This reputation for being difficult has led to stories of tension on set, which contrast sharply with the depth and nuance he brings to his roles. Despite this, his talent remains undeniable, and his contributions to cinema are celebrated. The duality of his character, both on and off the screen, adds layers to his legacy, making him a fascinating figure in Hollywood history. Charlie Sheen's journey in Hollywood is a striking example of how fame can lead to both success and downfall. Once celebrated as one of the highest-paid television stars, he gained immense popularity for his role in the hit show 2.5 Men. However, his life took a dramatic turn as he began to engage in erratic behavior that shocked fans and the industry alike. Public outbursts became a regular occurrence, often fueled by substance abuse issues that spiraled out of control. Sheen's struggles with addiction were well documented, leading to numerous legal troubles and a series of highly publicized incidents that tarnished his reputation. His erratic behavior included bizarre interviews and confrontations that left many questioning his mental health. Despite his talent and charm, Sheen's fall from grace serves as a cautionary tale about the darker side of fame and the personal battles that can accompany a life in the spotlight. Robert Mitchum's cool on-screen demeanor made him a memorable figure in Hollywood. He often played tough characters, embodying a sense of danger and mystery that captivated audiences. However, this calm exterior was matched by a rebellious off-screen personality that sometimes led to clashes with studio executives and directors. Mitchum was known for his laid-back attitude and a certain disregard for the rules of Hollywood. He often preferred to live life on his own terms, which added to his legendary status. His ability to portray complex characters with a hint of menace made him a favorite among filmmakers looking for an actor who could bring depth to their stories. This blend of charm and defiance not only defined his career, but also contributed to the aura of danger that surrounded him. Mitchum's legacy as one of the most intriguing figures in Hollywood history is marked by this duality, making him a compelling choice for any discussion about the most evil actors in the industry. Alec Baldwin's reputation for being difficult is well known in Hollywood. His public outbursts and conflicts with photographers have created a complex image that often overshadows his considerable talent as an actor. Baldwin has had several high-profile incidents where his temper flared, leading to negative headlines and public scrutiny. These moments have contributed to a perception of him as a volatile figure, which can be at odds with the roles he plays on screen. Despite his impressive body of work, including acclaimed performances in both film and television, his off-screen behavior raises questions about his character. Fans and critics alike often find themselves torn between appreciating his acting skills and being put off by his unpredictable nature. This duality makes Baldwin a fascinating yet controversial figure in the entertainment industry, as his actions outside of acting can sometimes overshadow his artistic achievements. The complexity of his public persona continues to spark discussions about the nature of celebrity and the expectations placed on actors. Despite his on-screen persona as the quintessential American hero, Gary Cooper's off-screen life tells a different story. Known for his charm and good looks, Cooper had a reputation as a playboy. His relationships were often tumultuous, filled with public affairs that contradicted the wholesome image he portrayed in films. He was linked to several high-profile actresses, including Clara Bow and Lupe Velez, which sparked gossip and scandal in Hollywood. Cooper's romantic escapades were not just fleeting, they often led to confrontations and drama. His affair with actress Patricia Neal was particularly notable, as it began while she was still married. This relationship caused a stir in the press and among their peers. Cooper's personal life was marked by a series of passionate but unstable relationships, which painted a picture of a man who struggled to balance his public image with his private desires. These aspects of his life challenged the idealized version of Cooper as a steadfast hero. While he captivated audiences with his performances, his real-life actions revealed a more complex and sometimes darker side to the man behind the screen. The contrast between his film roles and personal life adds depth to his legacy, showing that even the most beloved stars can have a hidden, more controversial side. Christian Bale is known for his intense method acting, which often leads him to fully immerse himself in his roles. This dedication can be seen in films like The Machinist, where he lost a significant amount of weight to portray a man suffering from insomnia. His commitment to authenticity sometimes crosses into controversial territory. Bale has had public outbursts that have drawn attention including a well-publicized incident on the set of Terminator Salvation, where he confronted a crew member for interrupting a scene. These moments reveal the complexities behind his celebrated performances. While many admire his talent and dedication, others question the emotional toll it takes on him and those around him. His ability to transform physically and emotionally for a role is both impressive and unsettling, making him a fascinating figure in Hollywood. The line between genius and madness often blurs in the world of acting, and Bale's career exemplifies this struggle. His performances leave audiences captivated, yet they also spark discussions about the price of such dedication. Known for his swashbuckling roles, Errol Flynn captivated audiences with his charm and daring performances. However, his off-screen life was just as dramatic and chaotic as the characters he portrayed. Flynn's escapades included a series of tumultuous relationships, often marked by scandal and controversy. He was notorious for his cavalier lifestyle, which included lavish parties, heavy drinking, and a reputation for womanizing. His relationships with women were often tumultuous, leading to numerous affairs and a few broken hearts along the way. Flynn's larger-than-life persona extended beyond the silver screen, as he frequently found himself in legal troubles and public scandals. His adventurous spirit and reckless behavior mirrored the heroic figures he played, making him a complex figure in Hollywood history. Despite his talent and charisma, Flynn's legacy is intertwined with his chaotic personal life, leaving a lasting impression that is both fascinating and troubling. Lee Marvin's life was marked by a series of personal struggles that often contrasted sharply with his tough guy image on screen. Known for his rugged roles in films like The Dirty Dozen and Cat Ballou, Marvin's on-screen presence exuded strength and confidence. However, behind this facade lay a troubled individual grappling with substance abuse issues. His battles with alcohol and other substances were well documented, affecting not only his health, but also his relationships with family and friends. Marvin's personal life was filled with challenges, including tumultuous marriages and strained connections with his children. These difficulties often overshadowed his professional achievements, revealing a man who, despite his tough exterior, faced significant emotional turmoil. His ability to portray complex characters may have stemmed from his own experiences, allowing him to tap into a depth of feeling that resonated with audiences. As he navigated the highs and lows of fame, Marvin's legacy remains a blend of celebrated performances and a poignant reminder of the personal demons he faced. His story serves as a reflection of the darker side of Hollywood, where even the most iconic figures can struggle with their inner battles. Richard Dreyfuss's career has been marked by both remarkable achievements and significant challenges. Known for his roles in classic films like Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and The Goodbye Girl, Dreyfuss has earned acclaim for his talent and versatility. However, his outspoken nature has often put him in the spotlight for reasons beyond his acting. He has been candid about his views on various social and political issues, which has sometimes led to controversy. Off-screen, Dreyfuss has faced personal struggles, including battles with addiction. His journey through recovery has been public, and he has used his experiences to advocate for mental health awareness. Additionally, he has encountered legal issues that have added complexity to his public image. These challenges have shaped his life and career, making him a figure of both admiration and scrutiny. Dreyfuss's story is one of talent intertwined with the realities of personal and public life, reflecting the struggles many faced behind the scenes in Hollywood. Known for his strong performances that often embodied American decency, Henry Fonda was a beloved figure in Hollywood. However, behind the scenes, he had a different side that surprised many. While he often portrayed calm and principled characters, Fonda had moments of intense outbursts that revealed a more complex personality. This contrast between his on-screen persona and off-screen behavior intrigued those who worked with him. Colleagues and friends noted that he could be passionate and even volatile when it came to his craft. His dedication to acting was evident, but it sometimes led to conflicts and heated discussions. Fonda's ability to channel his emotions into his roles made him a powerful actor, yet it also hinted at the struggles he faced within himself. This duality in his character added depth to his performances, making them memorable and impactful. Fonda's legacy is not just about the characters he played, but also about the man behind the roles who grappled with his own complexities. Pierce Brosnan, known for his suave roles and charming demeanor, has also been noted for his rude behavior at public events and professional engagements. This less gracious side of him often contrasts sharply with the charismatic characters he portrays on screen. Reports from various events suggest that Brosnan can be dismissive towards fans and the media, which has led to a tarnished image among some audiences. Instances of him being short-tempered or unapproachable have surfaced, leaving many to question the authenticity of his on-screen charm. While he has enjoyed a successful career, including his iconic role as James Bond, these moments of rudeness reveal a different aspect of his personality. The disparity between his public persona and private behavior raises eyebrows and invites scrutiny. As fans and critics alike reflect on his career, this shadow of rudeness lingers, reminding us that even the most beloved actors can have flaws that challenge their public image. William Shatner's behavior has often overshadowed his impressive career as an actor. Known for his iconic role as Captain James T. Kirk in Star Trek, Shatner has also gained a reputation that many fans find troubling. One of the most notable incidents that contributed to this negative image was his decision to skip the funeral of his co-star, DeForest Kelley, who played Dr. Leonard McCoy. This absence was seen as a significant slight by many in the Star Trek community, leading to disappointment and anger among fans and fellow actors alike. Additionally, Shatner has been involved in various conflicts at conventions, where he has sometimes been perceived as dismissive or rude to fans and fellow cast members. These incidents have led to the nickname Captain Jerk, a play on his famous character's title. While Shatner's contributions to science fiction and television are undeniable, these personal controversies have tarnished his legacy in the eyes of many. His actions have sparked discussions about the responsibilities of public figures and how their behavior can impact their careers and relationships with fans. Gene Kelly's pursuit of perfection often led to creative clashes, transforming his dance projects into battle zones of ideas and disagreements. Known for his innovative choreography and charismatic performances, Kelly was not just an actor, but a visionary who pushed the boundaries of dance and film. His relentless drive for excellence sometimes put him at odds with directors, producers, and even fellow dancers. He had a clear vision of how he wanted his performances to look and feel, which could lead to intense discussions on set. These clashes were not merely about artistic differences. They often stemmed from Kelly's desire to elevate the medium of musical film. He believed that dance should tell a story and convey emotion, which meant that every step and movement had to be meticulously crafted. This dedication sometimes resulted in frustration for those working with him, as they navigated his high expectations and strong opinions. Despite the conflicts, Kelly's passion and commitment to his craft ultimately led to groundbreaking work that changed the landscape of Hollywood musicals. His ability to blend dance with narrative and character development set a new standard for future generations of performers. The intensity of his creative process, while challenging, contributed to the magic that audiences still admire today. During the production of Blade Trinity, Wesley Snipes' on-set behavior became a topic of discussion among cast and crew. Reports indicate that he often communicated with the director, David Goyer, using post-it notes instead of speaking directly. This unusual method of communication created a sense of distance and tension on set. The atmosphere was further complicated by a reported physical altercation between Snipes and Goyer. This incident highlighted the challenges of working with Snipes during this film, as it contributed to a difficult working environment for everyone involved. The combination of these factors led to a production that was marked by conflict and unease, making it one of the more notorious experiences in Hollywood history. Snipes' behavior during this time has left a lasting impression on those who worked with him, showcasing the complexities of his personality and the challenges that can arise in high-pressure film environments. Jerry Lewis was a giant in the world of comedy, known for his unique style and energetic performances. However, behind the laughter lay a complex man whose personal life was filled with struggles. His relationships were often tumultuous, marked by conflicts and misunderstandings. Many who worked with him described moments of cruelty, revealing a darker side that contrasted sharply with his onstage persona. Lewis's demanding nature and high expectations sometimes led to friction with colleagues and friends, creating an atmosphere of tension. Despite his immense talent, these personal challenges often overshadowed his achievements. His legacy is a mix of brilliant comedy and troubling behavior, leaving fans to grapple with the duality of his character. The laughter he brought to millions was often accompanied by a sense of unease about the man behind the jokes. This complexity makes Jerry Lewis a fascinating figure in Hollywood history, illustrating how even the most beloved entertainers can harbor deep personal issues. Bill Murray's career is marked by a unique blend of comedic genius and personal conflicts that often overshadow his talent. Known for his iconic roles in films like Ghostbusters and Groundhog Day, Murray's brilliance is undeniable. However, behind the scenes, his relationships with co-stars and directors have been tumultuous. Notably, his disagreements with Richard Dreyfuss during the filming of What About Bob became legendary, highlighting a clash of personalities that affected the production. Additionally, his long-standing partnership with director Harold Ramis faced significant strain, particularly during the making of Groundhog Day. Their creative differences led to a rift that took years to mend. These conflicts reveal a more complex side of Murray, one that contrasts sharply with his on-screen persona. While he is celebrated for his humor and charm, the challenges he faces in collaboration show that even the most talented actors can struggle with their own personalities and relationships in the high-pressure environment of Hollywood. Chuck Norris is known for his tough guy roles in action films and television shows, but his off-screen views and controversial remarks reveal a different side. Over the years, Norris has made statements that have sparked debate and criticism. His political opinions, particularly his support for certain conservative causes, have drawn both supporters and detractors. Some fans admire his strong beliefs, while others feel his views are divisive. Reports of difficult interactions with fans and colleagues also contribute to a more complex image. While many see him as a hero on screen, some have described encounters that were less than friendly. These stories contrast sharply with the persona he portrays in his films, where he is often the ultimate good guy. This duality raises questions about the nature of celebrity and how public figures can be perceived differently in their personal lives compared to their on-screen characters. Norris's legacy is not just about martial arts and action. It also includes a mix of admiration and controversy that shapes how he is viewed in Hollywood. James Stewart stands out in Hollywood not just for his remarkable acting talent, but also for his deep commitment to his country. His revered status in the film industry is enriched by his service during World War II, where he served as a bomber pilot. This experience added a layer of depth to his legacy, showcasing a multifaceted life that went beyond the silver screen. Stewart's roles often reflected his own values, portraying characters that embodied integrity, kindness, and resilience. His performances in classic films like It's a Wonderful Life and Rear Window have left a lasting impact on audiences, making him a beloved figure in American cinema. The contrast between his gentle on-screen persona and the bravery he displayed in wartime creates a compelling narrative about his character. This combination of artistic achievement and personal sacrifice has solidified his place in Hollywood history, making him not just an actor, but a symbol of courage and humanity. His life story continues to inspire many, reminding us of the importance of service and the power of storytelling. Humphrey Bogart's cool on-screen presence made him a legendary figure in Hollywood. He is best known for his roles in classic films like Casablanca and The Maltese Falcon, where his tough demeanor and distinctive voice captivated audiences. However, behind the scenes, Bogart faced many conflicts that revealed the challenges of maintaining such a status. His strong personality often clashed with directors and co-stars, leading to tensions on set. Despite his tough exterior, he struggled with personal issues, including his battles with alcoholism and the pressures of fame. These struggles sometimes affected his performances and relationships in the industry. Bogart's ability to portray complex characters added depth to his roles, but the pressures of Hollywood took a toll on him. His legacy is a mix of iconic performances and the darker realities of his life, showing that even the most celebrated actors face their own demons. The contrast between his on-screen charisma and off-screen challenges paints a fuller picture of this Hollywood icon. Reportedly, Sylvester Stallone's off-screen brashness and confrontational interactions have painted a complex picture of his Hollywood persona. Known for his tough guy roles in films like Rocky and Rambo, Stallone's real-life demeanor sometimes mirrors the intensity of his characters. Many fans and co-stars have shared stories of his challenging behavior, which can range from being overly assertive to having heated exchanges. This side of Stallone has led to a reputation that contrasts sharply with the heroic figures he often portrays on screen. While he has a loyal fan base, some interactions have left people feeling uneasy. His confrontational style can be seen as a reflection of the pressure and competitiveness of Hollywood. Stallone's journey through the film industry has not only showcased his talent, but also reveal the struggles of maintaining a public image while dealing with personal challenges. This duality makes him a fascinating figure in the realm of cinema, as audiences grapple with the difference between the man and the characters he embodies. Known for his remarkable confidence and undeniable charm, Clark Gable became a legendary figure in Hollywood. His performances captivated audiences, making him a beloved star. However, behind the glitz and glamour, there were whispers about his relationships with co-stars. Many people spoke of his difficult nature, suggesting that his charisma sometimes masked a more arrogant side. This reputation for arrogance often overshadowed his iconic status as a leading man. Gable's interactions on set were sometimes marked by tension, leading to speculation about his ability to collaborate with others. Despite his talent and the adoration he received from fans, the gossip surrounding his personal and professional relationships painted a more complex picture. This duality in his character adds depth to his legacy, showing that even the most celebrated actors can have flaws. Gable's story serves as a reminder that fame can come with its own set of challenges, influencing how we perceive those we admire. Spike Lee is known for his powerful films that tackle important social issues, but his off-screen behavior often raises eyebrows. He has a reputation for abruptly ending public engagements, leaving audiences and event organizers surprised. This tendency to cut things short can create an impression of impatience or a lack of interest in the event itself. Additionally, his behavior at award shows has sometimes been seen as poor sportsmanship. When he does not win an award, he has been known to express his disappointment openly, which can overshadow the achievements of others. This contrast between his celebrated talent as a director and his sometimes contentious demeanor off-screen makes him a complex figure in Hollywood. While many admire his artistic vision and the way he addresses race and culture in his films, his actions outside of filmmaking can lead to mixed feelings among fans and peers alike. His passion for his work is undeniable, but it often comes with a side of controversy that keeps people talking. Steve McQueen's on-screen presence was magnetic, captivating audiences with his rugged charm and intense performances. He became a symbol of coolness in Hollywood, starring in iconic films like Bullitt and The Great Escape. However, behind this charismatic facade lay a more complicated individual. Off-screen, McQueen faced numerous challenges, including tensions with co-stars and a reputation for demanding behavior. His intense drive for perfection often led to conflicts on set, as he pushed himself and those around him to their limits. This behavior sometimes alienated fellow actors and crew members, revealing a side of McQueen that contrasted sharply with his on-screen persona. His struggles with personal relationships and a tumultuous lifestyle added layers to his character, making him a fascinating figure in Hollywood history. Despite these difficulties, McQueen's legacy as a talented actor endures, reminding us that even the most charismatic stars can have complex and troubled lives. Known for his comedic genius and memorable characters, Mike Myers has made a significant impact on Hollywood. However, behind the scenes, he has faced criticism for his off-screen behavior. Reports suggest that he has exhibited control issues and a level of narcissism that has raised eyebrows among colleagues and employees. One notable incident involved him firing an employee simply for making eye contact, which many viewed as an extreme reaction. This behavior has jeopardized his beloved public image, as fans and peers alike began to question the man behind the laughter. While he has brought joy to millions through his films, these troubling aspects of his personality reveal a more complex and darker side to the actor. The contrast between his on-screen charm and off-screen actions has led to a reevaluation of his legacy in Hollywood. As audiences continue to enjoy his work, the discussions about his behavior linger, reminding us that even the most beloved figures can have flaws that challenge our perceptions. Alec Guinness's distinguished career was marked by a range of iconic roles that showcased his incredible talent. He is perhaps best known for his portrayal of Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original Star Wars trilogy, a character that became a cultural icon. However, his on-screen presence often contrasted sharply with his private life. Behind the scenes, Guinness was known for his control and discipline, traits that shaped both his acting and personal relationships. His family life was complex, filled with challenges that he often kept hidden from the public eye. Despite his fame, he maintained a level of privacy that many found intriguing. This duality in his life, between the celebrated actor and the reserved individual, adds depth to his legacy. His ability to embody various characters, from the comedic to the sinister, reflects a profound understanding of human nature. This complexity makes him a fascinating figure in Hollywood history, deserving of recognition among the most memorable actors. Frank Sinatra's smooth voice captivated millions, making him one of the most beloved singers of his time. His ability to convey deep emotion through music was unmatched, yet his sharp wit often left people feeling both admiration and resentment. This duality created a complex persona that fascinated fans and critics alike. Sinatra was not just a singer, he was a cultural icon who navigated the highs and lows of fame with a unique charm. His charisma drew people in, while his sometimes brash personality could push them away. Behind the scenes, Sinatra was known for his connections to powerful figures and his involvement in the world of organized crime, which added to the intrigue surrounding him. His relationships with other celebrities were often tumultuous, reflecting the complicated nature of his character. While many admired his talent and style, others found his arrogance and temper off-putting. This blend of admiration and resentment made Sinatra a figure of both love and controversy in Hollywood. His legacy continues to spark debate, as people remember not just the music he created, but the man he was, full of contradictions and complexities. Known for his powerful performances in films like Body Heat and Broadcast News, William Hurt has had a significant impact on Hollywood. However, his public image has been complicated by serious allegations. Over the years, Hurt has faced accusations of harming former partners, which has led to a reputation for mistreating women. These claims have cast a shadow over his career, making it difficult for many to separate the actor's talent from his personal conduct. Additionally, reports of unprofessional behavior on set have contributed to perceptions of arrogance. While Hurt's acting skills have earned him critical acclaim and awards, the darker aspects of his personal life have raised questions about his character. This duality in his public persona highlights the complexities of celebrity culture, where talent can sometimes coexist with troubling behavior. As audiences reflect on his legacy, the conversation around William Hurt serves as a reminder of the challenges in reconciling an artist's work with their personal actions. Mickey Rourke has built a reputation for being difficult and abrasive, both on and off set. His interactions with directors often lead to conflicts, which complicates how the public views him. Known for his intense performances, Rourke has also shown a disdain for certain roles, which can alienate him from industry peers. This attitude has made it challenging for him to maintain long-term relationships in Hollywood. His unpredictable behavior and outspoken nature have led to a mixed legacy, where his talent is often overshadowed by his reputation. Many filmmakers have found it hard to work with him, as he can be confrontational and resistant to direction. This has resulted in a career that, while marked by standout performances, is also filled with missed opportunities. Rourke's complex personality adds layers to his public image, making him a figure of intrigue and controversy in the film industry. His journey reflects the struggles of an artist who grapples with personal demons while trying to navigate the often unforgiving world of Hollywood. Jack Nicholson's iconic status in Hollywood is marked by his incredible talent and memorable performances. However, this status is complicated by past incidents of volatile behavior that have raised eyebrows. One of the most notable incidents was a well-known road rage episode that showcased a more tumultuous side of the actor. In this incident, Nicholson was involved in a confrontation with another driver, which escalated quickly. This moment revealed that beneath his charming and charismatic exterior, there lies a man capable of intense emotions and reactions. Nicholson's career spans decades, and he is celebrated for his roles in films like The Shining, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and The Departed. His ability to portray complex characters often blurs the line between hero and villain, making him a fascinating figure in cinema. Yet, these moments of anger and unpredictability contribute to a perception of him as one of the more controversial figures in Hollywood. His legacy is not just defined by his performances, but also by the unpredictable nature that sometimes surfaces in his personal life. This duality makes Nicholson a compelling subject in discussions about the most evil actors in Hollywood history, as his talent is often overshadowed by his unpredictable behavior. The combination of his remarkable acting skills and his occasional outbursts creates a complex portrait of a man who is both revered and scrutinized. Patrick Dempsey's journey in Hollywood is a fascinating tale of transformation. He started as a beloved TV doctor on the hit show Grey's Anatomy, where he captured the hearts of millions with his charm and talent. However, as his fame grew, so did the pressures that come with it. reports began to surface about his behavior on set, which some described as diva-like. This shift in demeanor raised eyebrows among cast and crew, leading to speculation about the challenges he faced in the spotlight. The demands of fame can be overwhelming, and for Dempsey, it seemed to take a toll on his professional relationships. Eventually, these issues contributed to his exit from the successful show that had made him a household name. The contrast between his early days as a beloved character and his later reputation illustrates the complexities of celebrity life and the impact it can have on an individual. The story of Patrick Dempsey serves as a reminder of how fame can change people in unexpected ways. Bill Cosby's transformation from America's beloved TV dad to a convicted sexual offender marked a shocking fall from grace, highlighting a stark contrast between public persona and private actions. For decades, Cosby was celebrated for his role as Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable on The Cosby Show, a series that portrayed a loving African-American family, and became a cultural touchstone in the 1980s and 1990s. His charm, humor, and wisdom made him a household name, and he was often seen as a role model for many. However, behind the scenes, a darker reality was unfolding. Numerous women came forward with allegations of sexual assault against him, claiming that he had drugged and assaulted them over many years. The revelations began to surface publicly in the early 2000s, but it wasn't until 2014 that the accusations gained significant media attention. The public's perception of Cosby shifted dramatically as more women shared their stories, leading to a criminal trial. In 2017, a jury was unable to reach a verdict, but in 2018, he was found guilty of 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault against Andrea Constand. This conviction was a pivotal moment, as it not only marked a significant legal victory for the victims, but also shattered the image of a man who had once been revered. The fallout from his actions extended beyond his personal life, affecting his legacy and the entertainment industry as a whole. Cosby's case became emblematic of the broader #Me Too movement, which sought to address and combat sexual harassment and assault in various fields. The contrast between the beloved figure he portrayed on screen and the serious allegations against him serves as a stark reminder of how public personas can often mask troubling realities. As the legal battles continued, Cosby's story raised important questions about accountability, power dynamics, and the impact of celebrity culture on society. The once celebrated actor now faces a future defined by his actions, leaving a complicated legacy that will be discussed for years to come. Known for his groundbreaking work in film, Orson Welles made a significant mark on Hollywood with his classic movie, Citizen Kane. This film is often hailed as one of the greatest ever made, showcasing Welles' innovative storytelling and technical prowess. His commanding presence on screen and off stirred both admiration and controversy. Welles was a man of immense talent, but his larger-than-life personality often led to clashes with studio executives and fellow actors. This created a reputation that was as much about his genius as it was about his contentious relationships within the industry. His ability to captivate audiences was matched by his knack for provoking strong reactions, making him a polarizing figure. Some viewed him as a visionary, while others saw him as arrogant and difficult lieutenant. This duality in perception has cemented his legacy as one of the most complex and intriguing figures in Hollywood history. His contributions to film and theater continue to influence artists today, ensuring that his story remains relevant and compelling. Woody Allen is known for his unique style of filmmaking, which has earned him critical acclaim and a dedicated following. However, his celebrated career is overshadowed by serious personal controversies that have significantly impacted his legacy. Allegations of molestation have followed him for decades, stemming from claims made by his adopted daughter, Dylan Farrow. These accusations have sparked intense public debate and scrutiny, leading many to question the ethics of supporting his work. The complexities of his personal life, including his relationships with younger women, have further fueled concerns about his character and moral standing. As a result, while his films often explore themes of love, relationships, and existential angst, the darker aspects of his life cast a long shadow over his artistic achievements. This duality creates a challenging landscape for fans and critics alike, as they grapple with the distinction between the artist and the man. The ongoing discussions about his actions and their implications continue to shape perceptions of his work and influence in Hollywood.